Welcome back to the Study Great Books. Let's continue with the chapter 2 Pranic Healings, part 3. The first article to read is Looking for Signs, written by Sebastian. I have a friend who had always told me you have to get some pranic healing. You have to go to a pranic healer. I didn't know what that was and used to always say that I didn't want to go. Then, about 2.5 years ago, I was sad. I had problems with my work. I am a psychologist and I also studied computer engineering. I was working in Brazil and there was a lot of stress and I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like I was burnt out, so I couldn't stand anymore. It was really a hard moment for me. So, while it was a very bad, that friend of mine said, "Why don't you go to a pranic healer?" This time around, I said, "Okay." One day, I was so tired at home and got up to go to the park, and I kept thinking, "Oh, please, God, give me a sign." I didn't have a good relationship with God, but when we are not having a good time, we always ask Him for help and for some sort of sign. About 5 minutes after that, when I returned home, that friend called me again. He said, "How are you doing? You have to go to see the pranic healer I told you." And that was a sign, I thought. So I went and started taking pranic healing as a patient, and then after a month, I sat for the basic pranic healing course. I was getting better and healthier in 1 month. It was so fast, wanted to do something that works. My life has changed because of pranic healing, but the most important thing that changed in my life is my relationship with God. I am so happy with that because it has transformed my life. I am a Catholic. In my first communion, I didn't feel my relationship with God as how I feel it now with pranic healing, and I am thankful to Master. I also brought my father in pranic healing. He saw all my experiences and said he wanted to be with me. So, it also changed my relationship with my father. My father is old and I don't know how long he is going to be here, but these are the most amazing years, and because he has made a lot of effort to understand everything. We work together and my family has changed a lot. I am so grateful to Pranic Healing because it brought us together in a very special way. I am so grateful to Pranic Healing because it brought us together in a very special way. The next article, named The Mission, was written by Shirley. I was asked in the beginning of 2008 to organize pranic healing workshops after many people in Suriname were asked, but nobody had gone ahead. They sent two books to me and the Twin Hearts meditation CD, and I just looked at some of the pages and these feelings came, and I said, "Yes, I want to organize this." I remember the time we did the first workshop, we had about 45 students, and I was sitting at the back of the room. I was organizing, doing the preparations for the breaks and all the forms and payments, but I was also a student. The little things that I picked up as a student gave me the feeling and some realization that this was what I was looking for without knowing exactly that I was looking for it. It gave me a feeling of homecoming as if every time a piece of the puzzle was being set. At the end of the workshop, it was like I was filled with something, and what came out of my mind and feeling was, Shirley, a few years ago, you said that if we want to help people with their suffering, we have to organize awareness workshops. So it was like I was seeing my past, my present, and my future. Then I said to myself, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Last year, I had an experience, and when I think of it, I became emotional. I still don't know if it was a dream or if it was like I was traveling somewhere else, but I saw an environment where there was a workshop and master was in front of me about 1 meter away. There were students around and I looked at him. He looked at me and he said, look into my eyes. And the moment I did that, I was so caught by his eyes and the love that came out of his eyes, and I don't know if I should call it bliss. It is actually an experience beyond words. But it was so much love that I told Master Nona later, I have been in love. It lasted some minutes and it was like two pillars of light, and I still think about it. The moment I remember that experience, it gives me so much love and strength, and I feel blessed to be part of the mission. I am very grateful for this experience. I don't know if I have the right words to even realize it. It is like you are in a stream and you have to follow. I am grateful for this opportunity, and it gives more purpose to my life than before. I feel blessed to be part of the mission and His way to help. The next article's name is The Synthesis of All Yogas. I used to be in a Tibetan healing group, and we were all medical therapists. One day, someone told us pranic healing and whether we want to take a course. All of us in the group said okay because it sounded interesting. When I took the first level, I discovered that pranic healing was so much easier than the other techniques we were using, and that it could be spread to anyone even though they have no idea about medicine. So I decided to start that path and to prepare myself. I took all the courses. I think I did all for over a year and a half, and then started to do spread pranic healing. From Cali, we then had to go to Bogota because in Cali we didn't have a big group. It was in 1998 that I met Master in Bogota and he was teaching Arhatic Yoga. That was my beginning. Pranic healing helped me with my growth, both wings. That is one of the wonderful things I found in pranic healing, the material and spiritual wings. Pranic healing synthesized all the other SQLs. Thanks for listening, dear friends. Let's meet again for the part 4 of this, the great book Guru, chapter 2, Pranic Healing. Thank you.